Today on Trisha, real life whodunit.
Soon after Pakethia moved in my home, things started missing from the house.
With real life consequences.
Everyone suspected everybody. I suspected everybody. My relationship with my wife has started to deteriorate.
We've been arguing constantly.
Families torn apart by suspicion, lies, and accusations.
She continuously is misplacing things of mine and accusing me of doing it.
Who stole the money?
$500 of my rent money was taken out of my drawer.
She gave your son some kind of gift?
Yeah, he come home with a phone. I'm like, where you get the phone from? My auntie bought me this phone, and I think it's with your rent money because I've been hearing you talking about it.
Who has been rearranging the furniture? Did you start moving things around?
Yes, I did.
Who lied?
Olivia, she is high on the suspect list.
I'm leaning more towards money.
I would think Jeremy.
And who was telling the truth?
Every dirty, rotten thing I've ever done to my husband, he's full well aware of.
Give you one
Okay.
a chance, darling, to be
Okay.
honest. Who do you think's doing it?
Either her or her old man.
Our polygraph examiner, Tim Acosta, had his work cut out for him. Did you steal money from the mirror in your mom and Ron's bedroom? Have you ever stolen money from Kenya? Now, this is unusual, Tim.
He said that he was not going to answer the question.
But could these families handle the truth? Yeah, I'm really sorry that you had to go through this. However, you're lucky it happened now. Today, a look back at the most shocking family whodunits starts now. I want everyone to meet Ron. Ron is here to solve a mystery that's tearing his family apart. In the past year, over $900 has been stolen from inside his bedroom. Yeah, now Ron is convinced that the culprit lives in his own home. Could it be his 21-year-old daughter, Olivia? Or his 18-year-old daughter, Ronice? His wife, Emily? Or her 16-year-old son, Jeremy? Yeah. Now, nobody's fessing up. Nobody here is fessing up, but everybody is pointing a finger. Here's Ron's story.
My family means so much to me. Emily and I, we've been married 6 years. We've been together 12 years. I have 2 daughters at home. My stepson, Jeremy. We all live in the same house. We all get along. We're all a really happy family. About a year ago, I noticed I had approximately $110 missing from the mirror in the bedroom. I looked up one day and it was gone. A few days later, it happened again. I checked my pants pocket that was on the floor. I didn't have a dime in there. Went to a drawer, checked it, it's gone too. No explanation. I had no idea what happened to it. My mind started racing. I immediately suspected everybody and began my own investigation. My relationship with my wife has started to deteriorate after this. Once the money came missing again, we began to argue. Everyone suspected everybody. I suspected everybody. This is not really about the money. This is about me finding out if one of my children is in trouble. I have to get to the bottom of it in order to be able to help my children, bring this family back together, and we can live in peace as we always have.
Yep, it's got to be tough. Now, all 4 of the so-called suspects have been given polygraph tests and will hopefully solve this mystery later. So, Ron, you must feel completely betrayed.
Yeah, I'm totally betrayed. You know, we're all a really close family, and we've never had to encounter anything like this before.
Now, you said you started your own investigation.
My own investigation.
What did this involve?
Well, you know, it involves paying attention to everybody, see if anyone acted any differently.
What, when they're talking to you, are they a little bit
Yeah, I'm
nervous?
looking everyone in the eye. My daughters acted pretty much the same. My wife, we also kind of went through a thing because...
You suspected her at one stage?
Sure, she's on a suspect list too.
All right, so Jeremy. Did he start acting differently after a while?
In my investigation, I heard something about he may have made it rain one day.
What do you mean made it?
He threw some money up.
Could it have been Olivia?
Well, Olivia, she is high on the suspect list because...
Why?
Well, I mean, honestly, she's at that age. She's been known to lie. She kind of hangs out occasionally with some unscrupulous characters.
How old is she?
She's 21.
Okay. We should just say that Olivia isn't here, although she has been given a lie detector test, so we will find
Correct.
out about that later. Now, Ronice, your other daughter, she is here. Is she on the suspect list?
Reluctantly, she is. That's my angel. I call her my little twin. I will find it real hard to believe it's her.
Why do you think it could be her? What would be her motivation?
It would be a threat. That's the only thing that I believe that would cause her to betray me like that, is that she was frightened, or maybe a pregnancy or something occurred.
Wow. So you must be in turmoil about this.
My mind has been racing from one thought to another.
The family must be, is everyone pointing fingers? It's you, it's you. What's
Well,
it
it's
like
more
at home?
me doing the finger pointing than anybody.
Well, Ron's been saying his family has literally fallen apart since the money was stolen. So we gave his wife, Emily, and all 3 kids lie detector tests. But first, I want to bring out Emily, who's here to defend herself and her 16-year-old son, Jeremy. Please welcome Emily. Hi. So I'm looking at you. Are you guilty? Are you guilty? Are you guilty? Are you
Well,
guilty?
have you ever heard of a woman having to steal money from her husband? Our name's on the same bank account. I've never, ever had to steal money, ever.
But could you be covering for your son?
Now, see, if my son had took money, and I know that my son took money, he's got money. We've been saving for him for a car. I would make him pay it back. And I want to know if he did it. I honestly don't believe he did it. I honestly think if someone in the house is stealing, had to be one of his girls.
Oh, really?
It had to be. No,
Which one of his
we've got
girls?
Olivia. She would be the first one that comes to mind because she's got friends that we don't know. We don't know what she's up to, where she goes.
That's true.
She's got a habit of spending way too much money. She burned through $5,000 worth of bonds.
We've never heard where that money
She
went.
won't say where it went.
What are things like now?
Things are really stressed. I've been on pins and needles. We've been arguing constantly.
It hasn't changed where we are with our core values. It just is causing me to be mistrustful because I don't know where to look. I really don't believe it's you. And I don't want to say that.
But here's the thing. And I know from personal experience with when my teens went through, well, one of my teens went through this thing of, you know, taking what's mine is yours very literally. And we started having to lock doors and feeling that we couldn't leave things out. And
See, that's what I don't want.
horrible feeling.
It is.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm watching where I put my purse down. You know, I'm looking at all the kids differently.
Same here. I go brush my teeth. I remember I left my money in the bedroom on
Yeah.
the dresser. I'm running to the bedroom to get my money.
And every
You know?
time I see his money, you know, if he takes money out of his pocket and sits it down, I pick it up and hand it back to him and say, you better put that somewhere. Because if $1 goes missing out of there, don't you look at me sideways.
Yeah. Well, someone's lying. When we come back, we'll hear what these younger family members have to say about Dad's accusations, and we get the results of their lie detector tests. Stay tuned. Up next, are you covering up for Jeremy because you know that he stole the money?
That hurts.
I'm really sorry that you had to go through this. However, you're lucky it happened now. And later, Apryl believes stepmother Adrian is taking advantage of her extreme OCD. Did you start moving things around?
Yes, I did.
Real life whodunit. Real life whodunit. Give you a chance, darling, to be honest. Today on Trisha. Welcome back, welcome back. We've been talking to Ron, who's about to find out if his wife Emily or one of their 3 kids is guilty of stealing over $900 from him. Now, this alleged crime has divided the entire family. Everyone's taking sides, pointing fingers. No one is confessing. So let's find out how Ron's 18-year-old daughter, Renice, feels about being caught in the middle. Please welcome Renice. Hi, Renice.
Hi.
So was it you?
No, it was not me.
Who do you think it was?
Well, I don't want to point the finger at anyone, but if I had to say, I would think Jeremy. Because
Why?
he's had a lot of money in the past.
In what situation?
Well, we were just playing around, you know, just sitting there or whatever. And like he's just like made it rain. And there was like 20s.
Is this just recent behavior? You knew this?
No, oh, you saw 20s in the rain?
Yeah.
I never heard that either.
I can't do that.
I can't do that.
What about Olivia? Do you think it could have been Olivia?
It could be.
Jeremy has been listening backstage to every word, so I guess now it's time to hear his side of the story. Please welcome Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy, come on out. Nice to meet you too. How does it feel hearing all these suspicions? You made it rain with 20s.
When I did that, there was 120.
So, Jeremy, who do you think stole the money?
I'm leaning more towards Smiley, Ronnie's.
Have you ever stolen anything before, Jeremy?
Yeah. No one ever stolen before?
Yeah. Oh,
Being honest.
Yeah, okay.
what have you stolen before?
That's news.
I don't steal from the family. I mean,
I think it's time this dad got some answers, and here to help us solve this mystery is Tim Acosta, our expert polygraph examiner. Now, Emily, her son Jeremy, and Renice and her sister Olivia have all taken a lie detector test, and Tim has the results. Olivia's lie detector results. As we said before, she's not here, but she did a lie detector test. So we asked her, did she steal the money from the mirror in her dad's bedroom approximately 1 year ago? And Olivia said no. Tim, what did the lie detector show?
It determined that she was being truthful.
Oh, you're surprised at that.
I'm surprised because she was my huge suspect at the time.
Emily, anything you want to say before we get to your lie detector?
No, every dirty, rotten thing I've ever done to my husband, he's full well aware of.
Okay. Emily, we asked you, did you steal the money from the mirror in your bedroom approximately 1 year ago? Emily said no. Tim?
Lie detector determined she was being truthful.
We asked Emily, did you recently steal the money out of Ron's pants pocket? You said no, once again. And Tim?
It determined again she was being truthful.
We also asked you, Emily, are you covering up for Jeremy because you know that he stole the money? You said no. Tim?
It determined she was being truthful.
Oh.
No surprises so far.
No surprises?
No surprises.
That doesn't shock you at all. Okay. So we have Renice's lie detector results. We asked Renice, did you steal money from the mirror in your dad and Emily's room approximately 1 year ago? You said no. Tim?
The lie detector determined she was being truthful.
We asked you, did you recently steal money out of your dad's pants pocket? Again, Renice said no.
The lie detector determined she was being truthful.
Now, last but not least, Jeremy's lie detector results. We asked you, did you steal money from the mirror in your mom and Ron's bedroom approximately 1 year ago? Jeremy said no. Tim?
Trisha, the lie detector determined he was not being truthful.
We asked you, Jeremy, did you recently steal the money out of Ron's pants pocket? You said no. Tim?
Lie detector determined he was not being truthful.
We asked you, did you steal the money from inside Ron's dresser drawer? You said no. Tim?
The lie detector determined again he was not being truthful, Trisha.
That hurts. I really would like to know what stresses that he's under. I mean, it's not going to change anything. This is my son. I love him. I'll defend him, you know.
Jeremy, why did you take it? It was just there?
It was a spur of the moment, saw it.
Did you feel guilty?
I did.
Has this been burning you up? Everybody talking about it and pointing the finger and all of this trouble in the family because you took that money?
Yeah.
So anything you want to say to the rest of your family?
I'm sorry, and I won't do it again, ever.
He's really upset, right?
Yeah, don't take it.
You want to get up there? Oh, he's not.
Not this moment.
He's a teenager. We do things impulsively as teenagers. You know, I really can't hold so much against him about this.
Jeremy, I'm really sorry that you had to go through this. However, you're lucky it happened now. And I think everything that you felt, it feels really awful, doesn't it? Remember that feeling. I did it once. I stole the lunch money. My parents had no money at all, and I used to steal just a little bit of the lunch money, used to leave the money on top and just take the money from the middle. And you know what? One time my parents marked one of the coins. They came to my room and said, show us about. I didn't steal it, I didn't steal it. If there'd been a show like this, I would have gone right down to the wire. I would have faced him, accosted, I didn't steal it. And then they showed me the marked coin. And my shame, I never stole anything again. So in a way, they did me a favor. So as painful as this is, maybe being found out like this now at this age has done you a great favor. Okay? Up next, Apryl believes stepmother Adrienne is taking advantage of her extreme OCD. Did you start moving things around?
Yes, I did.
And later, is her long-lost sister robbing her blind? She gave your son some kind of gift?
Yeah, he come home with a phone. I'm like, where you get the phone from? My auntie bought me this phone, and I think it's with your rent money because I've been hearing you talking about it.
Whodunit. Give you a chance, darling, to be honest. Today on Trisha. Okay, joining us on stage is Apryl. Apryl is accusing her stepmother, Adrienne, of playing serious mind games with her. Yeah. So serious, Apryl is certain that her stepmother means to drive her insane. You see, Apryl says she has OCD, obsessive-compulsive disorder, and she believes Adrienne has been using it as a weapon against her. Now, Adrienne has agreed to take a lie detector test, but first, let's take a look at Apryl's story.
I'm here today to prove that my stepmother Adrienne is messing with my OCD. She continuously is misplacing things of mine and accusing me of doing it. She'll take from my pack of cigarettes 1 cigarette out of the 4 that I give myself to smoke per day. Every week when I go to do the laundry, I separate my clothes, and Adrienne brings me her clothes. And when I get to the laundromat to go do the laundry, there's, in the basket of wipes that I've already separated from the coloreds, right in the middle always is a black sock. I know it's her. I have 4 kids and a husband to take care of at home, and her. This is sick, and I believe when this is all said and done, she's the one who's going to need to go get help.
Whoa. So why would your stepmother be doing all of this? You think, what's she trying to do?
Trying to make me crazy. I think she gets a kick out of doing it. Just like with my rummy cards, she loves to see me go, every time we play a game of rummy, she loves to see me count my rummy cards and find that there's one missing.
Well, she takes a card out, you think?
Oh, she takes a card out. I know she does.
She says, you're crazy?
Yes.
The key rack. What's she do with the key? keys?
Okay, so I have a habit of hanging my keys up as soon as I come in the door. And I found that it was always when I was pressed for time and I had to be somewhere. I'd be going to run out the door, check my face in the mirror. Oh, well, that's crooked. And my keys are gone.
Now, your sister Robin lives with you.
I'm right here.
Hi, Robin. Now, stand up for me. Now, when you first heard about this, did you think, oh, maybe my sister has got something wrong with
A
her?
couple years ago when this was all first starting, I thought at first, maybe it's a little exaggerated, it can't be that bad. But since I've been in Texas almost 2 weeks now, I've seen it with my own eyes, and I love our stepmom to death, just like I love my sister, but I don't know. That's why we're here.
But this whole thing is making you wonder who is going mad. Adrian, come on out. Hi, Adrian. What's your step? Hi, Adrian. Have a seat. Adrian, what do you think of your stepdaughter's OCD?
I think it's obsessive and something's got to be done.
Does it annoy you?
Oh, I have it up to here with it.
Yeah? What things annoy you about it?
Everything, the pictures, the cigarettes, the keys. Let me tell you about the Walmart incident.
What happened?
She was in a hurry, and she says, Adrian, just get one thing.
That's all she
I
needed,
got
was one thing.
one thing, and then at Walmart, you see something else, so you stop.
I'm in a hurry. I'm pressed to make an appointment.
She left me for over 2 hours in Walmart, and I couldn't get a hold of her.
Almost 2 hours, probably about an hour and a half.
Did that make you mad?
Yes, it
It
did.
taught
Very
her a
mad.
lesson, though. It taught her a
Very mad.
lesson.
Were you going to get her back?
Yes, I did.
So did you start moving things around?
Yes, I did.
About all my stuff?
Yeah.
Scoot over here. Wait a minute. Hey, scoot over. The keys, did you move the keys?
I did the
You
keys.
moved the keys.
I did the second one.
You moved the mirror by the...
Oh, I use a chair, you know.
So you,
Everything.
So you are the reason for this. I
Everything.
know you're doing it, but why? Is it because I left you at Walmart?
Yeah.
Did you pull out a card?
Damn right.
And did you tell her she's crazy? You've been doing it?
I want to
so
teach
not
you
fair.
a lesson.
Who's crazy?
I think you're all bloody crazy,
Oh, thank you.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
Now, do we need to do the lie detector test results? Tim's shaking her head. She owned up to everything, Tim?
She stopped me and said, Tim, you don't need that. I'm going to tell you whatever you want to know.
I want to know if we can get past this then, because this is not healthy for
We
any
can
of
go
us.
past it, just don't leave me a Walmart or ever again.
Is that all you want?
So, hang on. Can she continue? Can she continue? Can April continue with her rituals?
Yeah, I'll stop it.
She's sweet. Up next, is her long-lost sister robbing her blind? She gave your son some kind of gift?
Yeah, he come home with a phone. I'm like, where you get the phone from? My auntie bought me this phone, and I think it's with your rent money because I've been hearing you talking about it.
And later, have you ever stolen money from Kenya? Now, this is unusual. Tim?
He said that he was not going to answer the question.
Real life whodunit.
You are the five. Get off my stage.
Real life whodunit.
You
A
wait.
chance, darling, to be
Okay.
honest. Today on Trisha. Please welcome Kenya. Kenya and her sister Pakethia were separated as children, so you can imagine the joy when they reunited last year. In fact, Kenya asked her kid sister to move in with her and her boyfriend Edward, a decision she now regrets. You see, things around the house have suddenly gone missing. Jewelry, DVDs, even the rent. Kenya is convinced her long-lost sister is robbing her blind. So here's Kenya's story.
My name is Kenya, and I'm here to find out the truth. I reunited with my sister Pakethia a year ago. She needed somewhere to stay, so I offered to let her come stay with me. I let her move in with me because it had been 7 years since I seen her, and I wanted to rebuild our relationship. Soon after Pakethia moved in my home, things started missing from the house. I didn't want to believe it was my own sister stealing from me, but it can't be anybody else. The final straw was when $500 of my rent money was taken out of my drawer. She even had the nerve to take food out of my baby's mouth by stealing baby formula from me. All this has led to everyone fighting in the house. If she is stealing from me, I am done. She has to get out.
Well, both Pakethia and Edward have agreed to take a lie detector test to clear their names. But first, Kenya, how do you know that your sister is stealing from you?
The reason why I know is because it's only me, Edward, and my kids in there. He isn't stealing it because he's giving me the money. So where is it going? I'm not taking it from myself. She's the only other person in the house who could be stealing the money.
And the formula went missing?
Yes. I had a busy day, and my baby needed some milk. I have a 3-month-old. He needed some milk. I went to the store, got his milk. I rushed in the house to put it on the counter or whatever, get out the car to go get my other kids from school. When I got back, the formula was gone. The stuff is not just walking out of here. My kids don't need it. They weren't there. Edward is his son also, so why would you just basically, why would you take out of my son's mouth?
So why would your sister steal that?
I have no idea.
You said if it's not your sister Pakethia, then the only other person in the frame is Edward. This is the guy that you live with.
Right.
Could it be him?
Not at all. Not at all.
What does Edward think about her even staying there?
Because my thing is, like, really, you really can't put all your trust in no one, because people will sit next to you and be deceiving you the whole time. But at the same time, right. But why would he take from his son?
Why haven't you put her out before all of this?
Well, because it's my sister and she really has nowhere to go. So, I mean, a part of me is like, she need to go, because she's taking out my children's mouth, she taking my roof from over my head, but then, like, I have a big heart, so it's still
Well, I'm
like
going to ask
sister.
you, what happens if the lie detector test comes back and confirms your worst fears?
She got to get her ass out. She got to go. She got to go.
Well, Kenya's sister Pakethia has been backstage listening to these accusations, so it's time to find out what she has to say. So, Pakethia, come on out. Oh, hang on. Whoa.
Girl,
hang
are
on.
you serious?
You say you pay her $250
yes.
every month?
Or I give her lump sums. Like that $500 she talking about was missing, I gave her that for February and March rent.
Have you stolen the baby formula?
Trisha,
I gotta ask you.
Do it look like I was still...
Maybe she got hungry
nephew.
because she can't eat my
My
food
nephew.
and went to the next best thing.
Girl, please. And you accusing me
If you were
of
helping
stealing?
me, you wouldn't be
Man,
drinking my
tighten up,
baby's
man,
milk and
tighten up.
stealing my $500 for rent.
Pakethia, have you had anything stolen from you?
Yes.
Oh, you have? What?
Yes. My $80 went missing. If it's anybody that should have done it, it should have been her.
And I have no problem taking one, because
like,
guess
come
what?
on,
At the
man.
end of the day, it's my house.
Okay.
So I don't have to steal out of my house. That is my house.
Hang on, so who do you think is taking, what, your stuff, her stuff? Who do you think's doing it?
Either her or her old man.
Why do I have to take your stuff?
I'm saying unless she crazy and stealing it herself, or she's a compulsive liar.
Right. Let me hide my money and go back and steal it.
He's taking it.
I'm gonna let my kids sleep outside on the box. Really? Who does that?
So, okay, here's the thing. You know your sister's taken a lie detector test. So has Edward. And he has a thing or two to say to Pakethia. We'll hear from him and get the results of both his and Pakethia's lie detector tests next. Stay tuned. Up next.
Pakethia, I know you're stealing food out me and my kids' mouth. Look, man. Stealing for what? Stealing for what?
Baby.
What I'm stealing for, I'm provide. She can leave. She ain't got to be in the house.
And later. Have you ever stolen money from Kenya? Now, this is unusual. Tim?
He said that he was not going to answer the question.
Real life whodunit. life whodunit. Give you a chance, darling, to be honest. Today on Trisha. Welcome back to a real whodunit. We've been talking to Kenya, who says ever since her sister Pakethia moved in, cash, groceries, milk.
She done it.
All of these things have gone missing. Now, Pakethia says she'd never steal from her own sister, and that Kenya's boyfriend, Edward, maybe he's the real culprit. Now, I should tell you that both Pakethia and Edward agreed to take lie detector tests. We're about to meet Edward, but first, let's listen to the special message he has for Pakethia.
Pakethia, I know you're stealing food out me and my kids' mouth. I'm so tired of this. This lie detector test come back that you're stealing, you gone. I'm getting my wish this time. You out of there. Either that or I'm leaving. Period.
Wow. Let's meet Edward. Come on out, Edward.
You tired as hell, man. Look, man. Steal for what? Steal for what?
Baby.
What I'm stealing for, I'm providing. She can leave. She ain't got to be in the house.
You provide.
Come, where you work? You ain't got to be in the house.
So let me ask you, Edward.
Where you work? What check you get?
So, Edward,
How you doing first?
hello, I'm fine. You don't sound so fine yourself. You work hard, huh?
Yeah, I work.
Every day, day in, day out.
Oh,
Why are you laughing, Pakethia?
I do that
because that's funny.
When Kenya said, I want my sister to move in, what did you say? How did you feel about that?
I really ain't like it,
It
but
don't
at the
matter
same
if you don't
time,
like it. That's my sister.
I ain't gonna come between blood. That's
Right.
I stay
Why
in my
didn't you
lane.
like it? Why didn't you like it?
I'm saying because what's going on now?
Because he's
Problems.
the
I don't
one who
want
doing
no
it. He want to
issues.
bully her.
What's going
He
on
want to
now?
do what he want to
What's
do.
going on? You
And
don't
while
run that
I'm
house,
there,
I run
it's
that
not
house.
going to happen.
Oh, you run
He's
that
not
house.
going to
You
do
don't
her
run that
any
house.
kind of way
Okay,
while
just a
I'm
minute.
there.
So, Pakethia said she gives your sister,
Yes.
you give your sister $250 a month rent. You knew that, right?
When? When though?
Can I ask you when you started noticing things went missing?
I woke up one morning, my charm was gone. I got a nice necklace. I paid about $2,500 for it. Okay, my charm gone. Yeah. My charm was gone, right? I got a Jesus hand on my charm.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing? That's like saying you paid $400 for that hair.
It's funny.
If you paid $400 for hair, you'll be in your house.
Right.
Or you gonna buy hair
Virgin
first?
boo.
Right. Edward, I'm guessing you two are arguing about this a lot, are you? Since it was Kenya who brought this into your home, do you argue
It's
about
like this. I feel like maybe it may cross her mind one time that I may have stole. And that's what I want to clear up today.
Yeah.
If she laying down tonight and like, dang, my sister
Well,
or my brother.
what if she's not lying?
What you mean if she's not lying? How can it be possible she's not lying?
I don't know. I'm just putting it
Ain't
to
no
you.
way. Ain't no way. The test gonna prove it.
I need to find out some things if we're going to sort this out. Edward, I've got to ask you, are you stealing any
No,
of
I
these
ain't
things?
stealing.
You haven't stolen any of the money.
For what?
You
Why-
don't.
how can I steal my
I've
stuff?
got to ask you these
How
things.
can I steal my stuff?
If the
Trisha?
rent
I
was
don't
missing,
know.
why we
can't
still
steal
living
my
You
there?
know, I guess it's a case of whodunit, and it's time to expose the criminal party. Here to help us is our polygraph
My
examiner,
boo.
Tim Acosta. Now, Tim, I don't normally do this, but I made a few notes and I might be completely wrong, so excuse me. So I was interested in this because, as you know, I have a lot of background information on all of our guests. So it seems to me, I'm being Miss Marple now, there are a number of possibilities. So I wrote them down here. Either Kenya's lying and she's getting money rent from Pakethia and had to lie to Edward about having extra money because she's worried about Edward's temper. That's one possibility. Another possibility that Edward is stealing things to get the sister out. Another one, yet again, is Pakethia's lying about her having a job and stealing. But this is where we find out. So I'm just going to read from this. And I don't know what the answers are going to be, and Tim is going to tell us whether...
I know what they're
who
gonna
we
be.
got first? Pakethia first. Okay, here we go. Have you stolen money from your sister since you moved in? You said no. Tim. Up next, have you ever stolen money from Kenya? Now, this is unusual. Tim?
He said that he was not going to answer the question.
Real life whodunit.
You are the five. Get off my stage.
Real life whodunits. Give you a chance, darling, to be honest. Today on Trisha.
My name is Kenya, and I'm here to find out the truth. I reunited with my sister Pakethia a year ago. She needed somewhere to stay, so I offered to let her come stay with me. Soon after Pakethia moved in my home, things started missing from the house. I didn't want to believe it was my own sister stealing from me, but it can't be anybody else. The final straw was when $500 of my rent money was taken out of my drawer. She even had the nerve to take food out of my baby's mouth by stealing baby formula from me.
Have you stolen the baby formula?
Trisha,
I gotta ask you.
do it look like I was still
Maybe she
my
got hungry
nephew.
because she can't eat my food and went to the next best thing.
Who do you think is taking, what, your stuff, her stuff? Who do you think's doing it?
Either her or her old man.
Pakethia, I know you're stealing food out me and my kids' mouth. I'm so tired of this. This lie detector test come back that you're stealing, you gone.
Either Kenya's lying and she's getting money rent from Pakethia and had to lie to Edward about having extra money because she's worried about Edward's temper. That's one possibility. Another possibility that Edward is stealing things to get the sister out. So I'm just going to read from this, and I don't know what the answers are going to be, and Tim is going to tell us whether...
I know what they're
who we got first? Pakethia first. Okay. Here we go. Have you stolen money from your sister since you moved in? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Pakethia was being truthful.
We asked, stolen money from Edward since you moved in. You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Pakethia was being truthful.
We asked you, do you pay rent every month to live at Kenya's house? You said yes. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Pakethia was being truthful.
We asked, did you take Kenya's baby's formula? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Pakethia was being truthful.
I didn't know we were still for me. Oh.
Edward's lie detector results. Edward, we asked Edward, did you steal the rent money from Kenya? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Edward was not being truthful.
Did you take the baby's formula and sell it for money? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that Edward was not being truthful.
Have you ever stolen money from Kenya? Now, I've got an explanation here. This is unusual. Tim?
Well, when when Edward came in, he sat down. During the pre-test, I went over the questions. Initially, he answered no to the question. When I attached the instrument to him and I was going to do the test, he said that he was not going to answer the question. He refused to answer the question.
I want to answer.
So as far as I'm concerned, if someone refuses to answer a lie detector question, they are guilty. Now, okay, so what are you going to do? I'm giving you a chance, darling, to be honest. Okay, you can admit it and say sorry. Did your sister ever give you rent?
You know what, Trish, she gave me rent in December. What do you mean? I'm going with my sister and hey, it is what it is over there.
Can I get a hug?
Life whodunits. Give you a chance, darling, to be honest. Today on Trisha. Is your family being torn apart by accusations of lying or stealing? If you want to bring your entire family to the Trisha Show to give everyone polygraph tests, call us at 1-855-4-TRISHA and hopefully we can help sort things out. Thanks for watching today and we hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you.